Hey guys, so this is meant to be a sort of replacement for my What is Transmedicalism video. However, I think that video did a poor job of really focusing on the bigger points and more so focused on specific examples where I felt it was kind of counterproductive. This video is meant to be short and to the point, and I aim to explain why I personally am a transmedicalist in this video, as well as a brief explanation on what it actually is. So let's just get into it. So before anything else, what is transmedicalism? Transmedicalism, to start off, has a slight difference between true scum. True scum means that you believe you need gender dysphoria to be trans, whereas transmedicalism is a bit more specific than that. Transmedicalists also hold the belief that you need dysphoria to be trans. However, also that there is an innate or biological basis for transness. While not all transmeds agree on what this is, I personally believe transness is a result of a difference in neurology, both between the person's birth sex and cis people. This has been shown to be a consistent pattern in small-scale studies, however, I wouldn't say they're fully conclusive. It's a misconception that transmeds believe you need to transition medically in order to be trans. Transmedicalism does imply that you need a desire to pass as your gender identity, but your medical history is no one else's business, and there is an understanding that not everyone may be able to pass due to medical, financial, social, or family situations. It's only the desire to pass, not the action of it. I would also like to note that this has nothing to do with gender non-conforming trans people. No one cares what you're wearing unless they're an asshole transmed or not. For reasons I'm personally a transmed, misconceptions out of the way, it's not because of the resources argument, which I focused on a bit too much in my old video, though I do stand by. It's not because I just hate non-dysphoric people, and it's certainly not to appease cis or conservative people. I pissed them off already by existing as an atheist, a socialist, an indigenous person, and bisexual already. So, let's not go there. I'm from Texas and have no filter. I am physically incapable of appeasing conservatives. I'm transmed for the same reason I'm an agnostic atheist, that I'm pro-GMO, that I'm anti-alternative medicine, that I'm pro-choice, etc., and that is because there is evidence to support those beliefs. The studies I mentioned are small-scale and not fully conclusive, but extremely promising and could greatly advance trans healthcare as well as public understanding of transness. I believe that larger and more publicized studies would aid in this. My main goal in being a transmed is simply to advocate for that research being done and to try and prevent more situations like the translucent one, which I'll be covering soon, where non-dysphoric people actively attack, poison the well, and demonize trans research because it might invalidate them and doesn't align with their pre-existing worldviews. In my opinion, this is honestly cowardly. If you're afraid of research being done on something you believe, are you really confident in your beliefs? If more large-scale research is done and shows absolutely no differences, I will gladly change my mind. But at the moment, I have small-scale but promising studies to back up my position, while inclusionists have personal anecdote alone. That is the very same reason I'm an atheist. One side has evidence to back up claims and the other sees personal anecdote as sufficient. And because of that, any criticism of their position is taken as deeply personal because it pulls their anecdote into question. I don't want to be on any side that is scared of scientific research into their beliefs, or that takes criticism as personal because their only basis for that belief is personal experience. I've been in far too many online and in-person trans spaces that are devoid of any real resources because the main population is non-dysphoric and does not need them. We do not have the same needs, the same experiences, or the same violence committed against us as someone whose day-to-day is functionally cis and always has been and always will be by their own choice. It's absolutely fine to say, hey, we both have a valid experience, but not the same one. Can we each have our own spaces so we can connect with people who do share those experiences? It doesn't hurt anyone to acknowledge differences and acknowledge that people have different needs. Not everyone fits every label, and that's fine. That doesn't make your experience any less valid just because you don't fit a specific label. To end the video, transmedicalism is a tool to advocate for research into what transness is, because when we really understand something, we know how to manage it better. It's a tool for better trans healthcare and promoting the value in scientific understanding. Thanks for watching, guys. Ha de.
I stare at the populace in prayer. I look at 'em talking to the